Good morning, everybody. I keep on getting pop-ups on my. Sorry, guys. Good morning. Make sure that I am on. Boom. Okay. Can you guys see me? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Urban Kitchen. I'm Chef Max. Yada yada yada. I hope you guys are having a great first of the year with the big win on Sunday. If you guys watched the Super Bowl, it was a great game. Very intense. You know, I'm a Buccaneer fan, so I kind of was sad like 3 weeks ago we lost the AFC championship, but it's okay because Tom Brady's not going to retire. He's going to be back next year. But I'm gonna be a Ram fan for right now, just because I'm from LA. So, anyways, let's get into it, guys. So it's gloomy outside today. I really wanted to do a chili for you guys because I just thought it would be great for the weather. But then I also had some leftover vegetables, and I'm like, you know what? I really like to do this mango salsa, and sometimes I do it with this pollo salad. So I thought I would introduce you guys to that today. So we're gonna be making a pollo asada mango salsa salad. Sounds like a lot, right? But it's really good. It's flavorful. We're gonna be making a little dressing. It's very, like a little vinaigrette. So this has a lot of steps, but it's very, very light. Something you can throw together for definitely under $15. So let's get into the ingredients. And I have a lot of bowls out because I always forget to put bowls, like I'm always grabbing stuff. So this is gonna be my salad bowl. I'm gonna present that. And then this is what we're gonna marinate our chicken in. I have a large mixing bowl that I'm gonna be chopping my ingredients in and just adding them before I toss. So I already have some some minced red cabbage in here. We're gonna be using some romaine. If you have spinach or kale or any other green or European mix, spring mix that you want to incorporate in your salad, go ahead, throw it in there. It's a salad. I'm going to be doing some cucumbers. We're going to marinate those in some lime juice and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to use some green onions, some cilantro. I have 2 Roma tomatoes, red onion. I have a serrano. I'm going to grab a jalapeno too. I thought I had got one. And I have 2 limes. I have a lemon, and then I have some mango. I kind of cheated with the mango because, sometimes I go to the store and I think I know how to pick fruit, especially with watermelon. But anyways, with the mangoes, like they weren't really ripe, so I wanted to see how yellow it was, so I got some of the green. Okay. And then we're going to be using some chicken breast. This is thinly sliced boneless chicken breast, boneless, skinless. If you have any what they call breast tenderloins, you can also use that cut for this recipe. It's not, it's just chicken breast. If you have some boneless, skinless thigh, you can use that as well. Okay. For our seasoning for our chicken, I have some Maggi seasoning, which is a really good marinade. Guys, I don't know if you guys can see. It looks like I'm really far back. Bring y'all up a little bit. All right. So this is the Maggi seasoning. It's just like I would say it's like a sweeter version of soy sauce. It's not to use too much because it has sodium, so you be mindful of that. I also have some black beans that we're going to put in there too, just to add a little bit more protein. I also have some red wine vinegar, some olive oil. We're going to be using some garlic salt. And then this seasoning is really good. It's called pollo asada. You can get this asado, You can get this at Ralph's, Vons, any of your local grocery stores. If you don't have this in-house, you can use a combination of like coriander, garlic powder, onion powder. We're going to also be putting some of that in here as well, just to kind of bring it out a little bit more. I have an avocado that we can thinly slice on top. So you can play around with this a lot. So let's go ahead and get into cleaning our chicken and getting that marinated. I'm going to see if I have some more gloves. My husband takes the gloves. I don't know what he does. One second. All right, cool. Cool. I have a pair right here. All right. Oh, well, happy Valentine's Day too, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm wearing all my black t-shirts this month. We got on Tupac today. Yesterday I had on Malcolm. I'm just happy Valentine's Day, happy Black History Month, and all of the things. I have to tell you guys that. So I'm gonna glove up so we can get our chicken clean. I'm gonna wash it with some cold water and a little bit of vinegar. Okay, just to make sure it gets nice and clean. I'm also gonna grab some paprika. I'm gonna add that just for some color. I really add paprika to a lot of my dishes for color. I don't really feel like it adds a lot of flavor. It to me it doesn't. So I really do add it for the flavor. Even when I make like potato salad, I might like throw a dash on the top just for presentation. Okay. All right. Let's clean this chicken. So I like to clean my chicken with some type of acid, vinegar, lemon juice, and water. I just feel like you're getting it clean. You're making sure you hear that squeaky sound a little bit on the skin of the chicken. So I'm gonna empty this so I can discard my packaging. This is a really inexpensive pack of chicken. I get this pack a lot from Food for Less for my kids throughout the week. I'll make them like chicken wrap sandwiches for lunch. So that's what I'm gonna do with the excess chicken. So for your salad, you probably will need just about one chicken breast, for yourself. They're a nice, size or thinly sliced. This is a really good buy if you want to make, like I said, sandwiches. If you want to make salads a lot throughout the week. My mom is really good at that. She'll go and get chicken breast, and she does a lot of meal prep for herself, and she'll just kind of marinate her chicken throughout the week, and then she'll grill it on Sunday, and then she'll have her meal plans for the week. So I really like this. It was $5.15, and I got a pound and a half. Okay, so that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and rinse this off. I'm gonna give this a little bit of vinegar. Rinse my hand a little bit before I touch it. I will use lemon juice too, but I need my lemon. So I just want to make sure you're getting it nice and clean. Because chicken carries salmonella, and you don't want to get any food poisoning. You wonder why your tummy's hurting later on. You didn't clean that chicken or cook it to the correct temperature. All right. So drain excess water. And then it's important that you towel dry your chicken. If you're not towel drying your chicken very well when you're cooking it, you're definitely not going to get as much flavor on it or a good sear. So just to bring some, cooking culinary terms into this, you want to make sure that your protein is able to reach the Maillard effect. That's basically the browning stages, which happens between 285 degrees and 300. Okay, so that's when you're starting to see the brown, the crust and the sear come on your protein. That also can come from cooking with sugar, right? So you just want to make sure when you are cooking that has a marinade that has sugar or honey or anything that has any type of sugar in it. You want to be mindful of the temperature that you are grilling or searing it on, because you will get it up high and you'll actually burn it. So it's okay to add those things to your marinade, but you just want to be mindful at the cooking temperature. So back to the Maillard effect, like I said, if you leave excess water all over your protein, right, then when you put it down to sear, it's actually going to steam. Okay. So that's when you start hearing it pop, pop, pop in the pan when the oil hits the water, or vice versa. So you just want to make sure that you towel dry it very well. Okay. And my husband, he's really good at this. He's a surgical tech. He travels to different hospitals and assists in surgery, and he likes to take like these towels home sometimes, and they're sterile towels. And they're really thin, you guys, like they're all over my house, like packs and packs of them, okay? Because this man loves to like towel dry the meat. We have a smoker in the backyard that my grandfather, he built in 1965. So this is my family home. I was blessed to be able to, raise my kids here. But yeah, my grandfather actually built this kitchen, this room that I'm standing in. Just kind of throwing some history out there. My grandmother had it remodeled a couple years ago. But yeah, my grandfather, he added on this in the bedroom that me and my husband have. So just to throw some stuff out there. Oh, sorry, guys. So anyways, back to my crazy husband and the towels. They come in handy when I need to clean my chicken. So now that I have everything towel dry, right, I'm gonna remove my gloves and we're gonna start seasoning this up. Now I'm gonna show you guys this really cool skillet that I like to use. My mom got me this skillet when I went away to college. I wasn't even in culinary school then. I was just a regular student. I have my master's in marketing as well. So I went to school first and then I went to culinary school. But this, you guys have to have a cast iron skillet. Now this one's really cool because it has like ridges in it. So it gives the appearance of grill marks. Awesome. So I can like tell my husband I grilled a steak, but I really did it in the house. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on because I have to give it a nice rinse. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my fire on medium to low. And I'm going to let that go ahead and dry. Okay, so our seasoning for our chicken. Now I told you I have a lemon here. I'm gonna cut this lemon in half and quarter it. I just feel like it's easier to squeeze the juice out of the lemon when it's quartered. Same thing with the lime. Okay. So we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil always. And when I say a little bit, I mean like enough to coat your meat. So depending on how much you're cooking. So I'm gonna give it a nice tablespoon of olive oil. You know, olive oil is really a good fat. You don't want to overdo it with any fat, but this is, you know, this is very good to use, especially if you're going to be sauteing, you know, lightly pan frying something. I would definitely recommend it to use olive oil or coconut oil, peanut oil. Kind of stay away from, you know, canola and those thicker oils. It's harder for it to kind of get through your digestive system. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze this lemon on here, right? Be mindful of the seeds. Okay, oh, I dropped one. Got it. My nails come in handy. Ha ha ha. You guys, it's so windy outside. It's gonna storm. Okay. So we got that lemon on there. Some good citrus. I'm gonna discard this. Rinse my hands a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go in with my seasoning. Now, guys, usually if I was at the kitchen, you guys know in our previous videos, I do have these things kind of measured out. So I'm gonna be using about a half a teaspoon of each seasoning. Like I said, we don't want to overdo it with the salt, okay, guys? So a half a teaspoon. So if you're gonna get this recipe and follow along at home, a half a teaspoon. That's my garlic powder. I'm gonna give it literally a pinch of salt, okay? Not too much. And then my onion powder. Some black pepper. Okay. And then my paprika. With the paprika, you can do about a quarter of a teaspoon. All right, guys. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this nice and marinated and let it all sit over to the side for a second while we wait for our pan to heat up with some grease, okay? I'm gonna just marinate this. I'm gonna use my gloves. Move this along. All right. And if you don't have a lemon as a citrus, like I said, you can definitely use a lime. You can use an orange. If this was beef, I definitely would use an orange. Every time I do carne asada, I marinate my beef with orange juice, okay? And Coca-Cola, really good. All right, guys. I'm gonna let this hang to the side. Check on our grill. Gonna crank it up a little bit. So being that that chicken is very thin, it's gonna cook really quick. If it was a thicker piece of chicken breast, I would definitely have the oven preheated to about 365. So that would help out. Do we add any Maggi seasoning? Oh my goodness, guys. I'm gonna give it a cap full of Maggi seasoning. So sorry to our chicken. The Maggi seasoning is really good for flavor. I don't know how I missed that with this big yellow top right here. Like I said, we're gonna let that heat up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start chopping these vegetables and get them straight into this bowl, okay? You guys can see, I'm gonna display everything. All right. So we're gonna start off with our romaine lettuce. I've already rinsed these off really well. When I cut my romaine, I like to be mindful of the veins because we wanna make sure that most of our slices cuts inside of our salad are gonna be perpendicular, okay? So since we already have this shaved type of cabbage, we're gonna make sure that we're doing our romaine in the same fashion. So I recommend that you guys cut on the vein, straight down vertically, okay? That way it's already fanned out into several pieces. So now we're just gonna take it, gather it together. I always just start at the very top. Sometimes it's brown and just doesn't look nice, just like with the green onion, okay? And then we're just gonna give this a nice chiffonade. A chiffonade is a very small, like ribbon type of cut. Just go directly down. All right, this is gonna go right into our bowl. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this head. Vein, make sure you cut it all the way down. Okay. Take these pieces off. And then all right. This is gonna go right into our bowl. All right, let me check on our grill over here. All right, guys, so we're nice and hot. I'm gonna go ahead and get some spray. Spray my grill. Or not, one of my kids probably moved in making waffles. So I'm gonna use a little bit of my olive oil on a napkin. Get a nice little amount, and we're just gonna rub this on there. Be mindful of the heat. I'm gonna make sure that our protein is not going to stick, okay? Cast irons are really good, like I said, at giving a nice sear. Gonna grab some tongs. Those are the onions. Where's my small onions? Sorry, guys. Got some tongs from the salad. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my chicken and let's get over to this grill. Go ahead and lay this down. See here, nice, you can already hear that. Yeah. All right, I put about 2 pieces on there. Then let that cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes on each side. Like I said, they're very thin, but we want to make sure that we get those grill marks, okay? So we're gonna continue with our vegetable chopping. We got a lot to chop. I'm gonna rinse my green onions. I did not rinse these, or my cilantro. Cilantro is like my favorite, you guys. Like, honestly, I make a Caesar salad and I'll throw cilantro near my kids and be like, what's the pepper? What's the pepper taste? It's so funny. But I just feel like it tastes so good. It's so good to me. I'm gonna give it a little shaky shake. Drain all that excess water. I don't like watery vegetables in my salad, guys. Okay? Like I'm pretty sure you guys are the same. Like, who wants to have a wet salad and then put the dressing on top and then the dressing gets diluted? Like, all right. So we got this nice and towel dry. I'm gonna let that hang over to the side. I don't know if we need all of these green onions, but why not? Okay? I mean, I'm an onion girl. Let's take the little straggly ones out. Okay? Gonna get them nice and even. And you want to cut these very nice and thin, like the same size you would do them if you were having them on your baked potato. It sounds really good, but I'm trying to beat these carbs, y'all. All right. And I like to cut mine almost down to the white, because I think that's where all the flavor is, okay? So we're gonna just go ahead and put this all inside. All right. Now, same thing with our cilantro. We're not gonna put all of the cilantro, but we're gonna put a nice amount, at least half of that budge. Now, if you're like me and you like it, go have at it. I'm gonna cut it right here, discarding most of the little stems. And then I'm going to chiffonade and then mix, all right? Sorry, my little cutting board doing its own thing. Directly into the salad. Yum, yum, yum. All right. Red onion. We're not going to use this whole red onion. We never do. We never do. Let's check on our chicken. I don't think it's been 5 minutes. I think a chef's 5 minutes is like 2.5. Make sure our protein's not burned. Kind of slightly check. All right, it's looking good. All right, so let's get half of this onion. And let's go ahead and dice it. You guys know a dice. All right. All right, and then we're just gonna go down and dice this. All right. Straight into our, a little more. Right, and then our serrano. Now, you don't have to use a serrano if you don't want to. You can use a jalapeno. You can say X salad on the spiciness and not use anything. You can use a habanero. But we're going to use a serrano. It's going to be minced down. Let's just go ahead and flip our chicken. Perfect. Nice. Nice. All right. Same thing on the other side, another 5 to 6 minutes. And I'm just going to leave the seeds because, like I said, this is one of those spicy salads, and I like spice. And tomorrow I will be mindful and I will not put the spiciness into you guys. I will take out the serrano. A little preference, All right. Directly into the bowl. I'm gonna rinse my hands because if I forget and I touch anything else and I touch my face, I'm going to be upset. All right, guys. Now, let's deal with our tomatoes and our mango. All right. So with the tomatoes, same thing. We're gonna cut off the butts. We're gonna do 1/4 of an inch thick of a cut all the way down. Same thing with this one. All right. Now we're gonna work with teams. We're gonna stack these guys, but we want to match them in size, okay? So stack them, stack them, stack them. Makes it easier, you know? You just go down 1, 2, and 3, and then turn it and then cut it horizontally. Same way. All right, now we're getting our dice directly into our bowl. Same thing with these little guys. Maybe just 3 times. Uh-oh. My tower fell, guys. All right. Improvise. As long as it's getting dice, you know? All right. Go to the side. All right, this is looking amazing. Okay, now the star of my show, my mango. Well, let's check on our chicken. All right, chicken's looking great. Chicken is smelling great. We want to make sure the chicken is cooked to 165 degrees. That is the internal temperature of a cooked chicken product. Chicken and chicken, 165. All right, so I'm gonna take out my nice pieces that are nice and yellow. You know, it's really hard with mangoes. I don't do well picking fruit, guys. I'm being honest. But I don't like them too soft and I don't like them too hard, you know? It's like an even keel with them. Okay. So we're just gonna, you know, it's no particular way. We just wanna make sure we're getting them into a nice dice. So I would recommend, if they're like spears, to kind of cut 3 slices into the spear. Repeat that with all of them first. All right. Boom. And then, all right. Now, cut those into halves, our larger pieces, so we can get a nice dice. You know, we want them to be as perpendicular as possible. So I'm making these like French fries, okay? You know, just trying to make it work. Trying to make it work and not feed the floor. Not trying to feed the floor. You know, my mom used to always say that to me when I started cooking. She's like, girl, you don't feed the floor more than feed anybody else. I'm like, so funny, so clever. All right, so our chicken should be finishing up in a couple minutes. All right, boom. So now I'm gonna bring all of my mango slices back down. Gonna stack them and turn them. Try not to eat one. It looks so good. All right, and then we're just going to go down and dice them. All right. This little dice. Perfect. Little guy. All right. Nice dice. Okay, that's what we got, guys. Straight into the bowl. This salad's giving me spring on a nice cold day. All right, cucumber time. I love a cucumber. Let's check on our chicken. Like I said, if you can thinly slice, it's gonna be a very quick cooking process. We'll go ahead and turn these off and let them sit. All right. So it's time for us to chop. Gonna push some of this stuff to the side. All right. All right. All right. Where's my lime juice? I need that, and I need my black beans because we're gonna drain some black beans, add some extra protein because we don't want to put all the black beans, and we definitely don't want the nasty bean black juice to like ruin the beautiful salad that we're creating. So we're gonna give those a really hard rinse in some cold water. All right. Cucumbers. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this guy. cut off this guy. Break him off. All right. Same thing, we're gonna dice it. All right. Gonna leave the two outside pieces right there. This guy, yum. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now let's open my beans. Now, I don't like opening cans, guys. I'm gonna be honest. When my husband's home, I ask him to do it for me all the time. He's like, what do you do when you're at work? I'm like, I do, but you're here. So I don't know. Okay. So black beans in the store, $1.29. I love black beans. My kids absolutely love black beans. I didn't start eating beans. I'm gonna be not like start eating beans, but like I didn't start really enjoying a bean until I was probably like 20. I'm gonna tell you why. Because my family is from New Orleans, like straight from the day, right? So my grandfather, who was a chef in the Navy, rest in peace, Lionel Gaspard. He used to kill us with the red beans and rice, y'all. Okay? It'd be red beans and rice every weekend at grandma's house. I'd be like, dang. Well, do we eat anything else in this family? I mean, a bean is great, but geez. So then, like, I didn't want to attempt to eat any other bean because my grandpa always had the red beans and rice. Now, don't get me wrong. I love his red beans and rice recipe. My grandma makes it. I pass it down to me, and my daughters love it. They'll eat red beans and rice all day, every day. So, just like to share that. But yeah, beans there's a good source of protein, and you can flavor them very well. So I'm just gonna drain and rinse this. You want to make sure you get all the excess juice. All right. So this is a 2-ounce scoop. I'm gonna give this salad about 4 ounces of beans. 4 to 6. Let's do 6. Not too much. All right. Now, I feel like this salad needs some crunchiness. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat up a little bit of vegetable oil because we're gonna put some texture to this salad. You know why? Because we cook correctly around here. And when I was in culinary school, one thing that we learned was cooking with texture, right? So you wanna make sure your salad has, you know, a bite to it, a crunch. You know, you want something that's sweet, something spicy. You know, you wanna give it all of the things. So I'm gonna check my cabinet. I'm sure I have tortillas. We're gonna crisp some up, okay? So I have flour tortillas, but we're gonna make it work. Wow. All right. So while the oil is heating up, let's start working on our little vinaigrette. Now, we need to add a lot to this. You know, we need some lime juice. I have some fresh lime juice, and I have this little guy right here. I thought I had another lime. Look at I still got bean juice draining. All right. So we're gonna add our oil last. Oh, I was doing that first. Gonna get our red wine vinegar. My measuring cup here. Ooh, we need to lower the heat on this little guy back here. All right. So I'm gonna add half a cup of red wine vinegar. All right. Okay. I'm just kidding. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to, where is it? Oh, my line, sorry. Cut my line. He's just rolling away from me, guys. All right. Take this plastic off, my guy. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Now, I'm gonna add this lime juice in. Because lime juice is just where it is, all right? Right. All right. All right. Now we are going to add salt. Let me give this about just a little amount of salt. Pepper, corn. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of cilantro. I have another bunch here because it needs a fresh herb. Just a little bit because we have some in our salad. Okay. And I'm going to check and see if I have any garlic paste. I might. Voila, magic. All right, guys. So our oil is coming up to heat. I have garlic paste. You guys can find this at any grocery store. It's made by Gourmet Garden. It's like right there next to all of the fresh herbs. I'm gonna give this half a teaspoon. Okay. There. And then we are going to whisk while gradually adding our oil, okay? So let's first get this in here. Make sure our garlic kind of dissolves. Okay, as you can see, sorry about that. Boom chica. All right. So we're just gonna make sure this dissolves. Right? And then we're gonna start pouring our oil in as we are stirring. This is so that we don't really break our dressing. And a little more. All right. A tasting spoon to make sure we don't need to adjust any of these ingredients. Perfect. No. I feel like it needs a splash of brown sugar. Or we can use organic honey. So that's the good thing about cooking. You can always make revisions. So we're gonna add a little bit of organic honey. Let's say about a half a teaspoon, just to brighten up the vinegar. All right. Now let's taste that again. Awesome. Okay, that's perfect. So let's go ahead, reserve this to the side for a second. I'm gonna clean up my little bean mess. Let me get this off of here. All right, guys. So I'm going to open up my tortillas and I'm gonna make it like a tostada. Now, the only thing with the flour tortilla, you know, it kind of puffs up a little bit. So while that's gonna fry, gonna get a fresh cutting board so we can get our chicken sliced down and discard all of this trash. That's right. So we can handle the next thing. All right. Let's put this side. All right. This tie, I don't, it's stuck. Sorry, guys. Okay. So we'll do about 2. Okay. And raise the heat all the way back up. Now, while that's frying, I'm gonna bring my chicken over. All right, so we have our 2 pieces of grilled chicken. And we are going to slice and dice. All right, guys? All right. Turn it this way. Ooh, sorry. Okay. We're gonna put our chicken directly into our salad. And now let's check on our tortilla. Going to get that. So like I said, it's gonna puff up. Just bring it down, put a little hole in it. If you're working with flour, if you're working with corn, you won't have that issue. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and dress our salad with our vinaigrette that we made. That is amazing. All of that, so we can soak it up. Yum. All right. Let's check on the tortilla. Almost finished. Let's go ahead and all right. Amazing. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna do one more. And this is a really good keto lunch minus the tortilla. Now, if the tortilla is corn, it's still keto. Just want to put that out there. Fry my last tortilla. Now, if you want to add cheese to this dish, by all means, that's up to you. I just feel like cheese with the mango is kind of weird, but it's totally your preference. You can add some cotija cheese. You can definitely do some cheddar jack or some Colby. So, like I said, it's definitely a preference. Just be mindful that it may taste a little off. And also gonna add some, this is really good because then you can eat it like a little taco and grab the tortilla. And we're gonna slice up our fresh avocado because everybody loves avocado. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody. Oh, look at my arm. See, I don't pick it well, guys. I need to go on like a vegetable picking class or fruit picking. I wanted to add a fresh slice, but well, better luck next time with the avocado. So sorry, guys. I don't pick it well, but here is our pollo asada mango salsa salad. Amazing. I hope you guys will enjoy this tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed the class today. Have a good one, guys.